some people I've heard are like, "Oh, this is the end. AI is taking over. We're all going to lose our jobs." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like you don't have to be on this planet very long to know that progress wins.
Yes, that is
So
true.
like if you're gonna keep trying to hold on to the old way of doing things, like you're gonna get left behind. What's up, guys? I'm Zap, and this is Jericho. We are now six-time international award-winning pop hip-hop music duo Bandit Future. We do clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that is uniquely Californian. And you are now tuned into the Life's a Circus podcast, where we talk about everything that is funny, interesting, and ridiculous. And make sure you help us out, guys. We're trying to grow the channel. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, and make sure you share this video with somebody who uses Chat GPT, which should be everybody.
I use it for everything.
Because
everything.
These people at OpenAI just snapped their fingers and changed the entire world. They opened up Chat GPT in December of 2022, and within 5 days, there was 1 million people using it, which is like insane. So these technology things, they don't just happen like overnight. It takes a long time. So I kind of, but it feels like overnight to us. It's like all of a sudden everybody's talking about Chat GPT, and like, first of all, what is a Chat GPT, and like why do I need to care about it? But I did see an article in Forbes that talked about Chat GPT and just basically a summary of how it started. And it's a lot older than people think. So they started this in 2015, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And surprise, surprise, Elon Musk was part of the founding group. He's no longer with the company, but it was like not shocking to see his name floating around in the details. And it's crazy the amount of money that goes into these investments. And I think it was like in the billions of dollars.
Sure. Yeah.
In terms of like the funding and for like all of this stuff. And the version that became popular, that was like really released to the public to use and stuff like that, was actually the third version. So they had like since 2015, the Chat GPT 1, over a second version, and now the third version. And I think the craziest thing about it is like usually when something new comes out, it affects a certain group of people. It's like, hey, the new Fry Master 2000 is out now, and it only affects fast food places or something like that. The Chat GPT affects everybody pretty much across every industry around the world.
Mm-hmm.
And just some of the use cases, just as an example, customer service, companies are using Chat GPT to automate responses to common questions. Education, Chat GPT is being used to create tutoring systems that provide personalized assistance. Journalists, copywriters, content creators like ourselves, using Chat GPT for creative ideas, drafting articles, even writing poetry. Businesses, they're using Chat GPT and chatbots to automate tasks, drafting emails, writing code. Healthcare, providers and staff leveraging Chat GPT for clinical decision support, medical record keeping, analyzing and interpreting medical literature, disease surveillance. And you come to us, entertainment. Chat GPT being used to generate video game storylines, movie scripts, write dialogue. It affects everybody. So I thought we should make a video like this just to kind of give people a brief history. I know a lot of people are searching about what Chat GPT is, how to use it, how to make money by using Chat GPT. So I thought, like, because we both tried it out, I think you use it more than I do. So maybe you can share like your experience, like what do you use it for? How do you use it? How has it improved doing whatever you do?
Okay. It's amazing. I can't understate that. But it's just like, here's the weird thing about it. It doesn't feel as much as a crutch as certain things. Like, for example, we don't know how to get anywhere now because we just asked Google Maps to tell us how to go. We don't know anywhere.
Hmm.
But this is like an extension of our own brains, it feels like. So I have an issue. I need to write something, a summary of whatever. And it's just like a really good way to start generating ideas. So give me, because it's limitless what it can come up with. Give me 10 ideas for how to express my gratitude to somebody for they gave me a gift, whatever, and it'll start, and then I can go, okay, that'll work for me, and I can kind of personalize it. Give me ideas for a course about whatever I need to create a course for something, and then it'll give me everything like that, and then you just look at it, and then you understand it's organized in a way that's logical, that's very professional, and then you can kind of build off of that. I've used it. I use it to get a writing job, which is
To get a
really,
writing job.
yeah. I'm not a writer. I mean, I write, but not like professionally. But I was like, let me just see. Today, actually, I saw this thing that said, hey, we need writers for something, some big company. So they had a prompt that said, write about this and see what happens. What I did was I just said, okay, what does Chat GPT have to say with this? And then I looked at it. I was like, that's cool. Let me tweak this and see how I would formulate it. So I like, it's almost like like you can trace, right? I'm tracing
Hmm.
something that is really already very good. And that's kind of filling it with my own
That's a good
flair.
analogy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then they sent me a email today like, hey, we love the way you write. Come on. Welcome to the team. I was like, yeah, baby. So,
Thanks, Chat GPT.
ba-dum-bum. But so that was good. We should, yeah, man, that was good. We got moments like that, man. But and it's not something that feels like I'm plagiarizing whatever because I still thought about everything, but I had a lot of good ideas to start with
So,
thanks to
t-
it.
so let me stop you there.
Okay.
Do you feel like you could have just had Chat GPT do it and then just send it in exactly like it, just copy paste?
I'm sure, but the problem with that is I think there are ways to see if that was the case already. I'm not sure where the line of plagiarism is moving for sure because of this. I'm not sure where it is, but I do recall that John Morant issued an apology a couple months
Oh
ago.
yeah,
Right. And
I
then someone
remember
was
that.
like, yo, and I don't know how they knew, but they basically typed in what would be an apology for this exact situation. And then it was verbatim what he said on national TV. So it's like, it lacked sincerity because it was just
I remember that.
yeah, totally copied. So yeah, but yeah, I think I could have, but there's still that. I feel like there's gonna be a need for some kind of humanity, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe at some point I can just and then just puts it out there. But it speeds up the process. I have a friend who's a
Yeah.
coder, and he said that he put in a problem. I don't really understand coding, and he said that ChatGPT got him the same answer he would have come up with, and it also made the same mistake he would have made. But I don't even know how you figure that out. But instead
Mhm.
of taking him an hour, ChatGPT did it in like 15 seconds. And then he just said, okay. And then he was able to jump the line, if you will. And it's just really a
Mhm.
super useful resource. And I think
Yeah.
people that can be creative with it, because people are creative, thinking of ways to use it that other people haven't, they can make money, they can make their life easier. And it's just a resource that we have now. So everyone should get on it.
Yeah. It's really interesting because I think it affects, like I listed all of those different industries. I think it affects those different industries in different ways,
Mm.
especially anything that was like super time consuming. Um,
Yes.
I it definitely speeds up the process. I still think there are some industries where it's like you could take it or leave it,
Mhm.
um, because it just doesn't affect you that much. Um, I haven't used it for any like writing, like the example that you use, like writing a letter or drafting an email. Um, it doesn't feel as useful to me, I guess, in that scenario.
Mhm.
Um, what I did use it for, Band of Future exclusive right now. Uh, did I use it for another one? I think I just used it this first time um, for a new song that we're working on. Uh, I I put in no, I used it for another song too. So I used it for two songs um, to come up with lyrics, and then there's one song that we're doing that's has the vibe of Pharrell. So I asked for lyrics about a certain subject in the style of Pharrell. And then there's another song that I asked for lyrics in on a subject in the style of Kendrick Lamar. Um, and I think they were both pretty spot
Mhm.
on. But it's now for that instance, it's definitely not like you can't just copy paste and just send it in. It's too it doesn't feel natural,
Mhm.
just because it's different than like writing an essay or writing an article. Like the artistic layer just adds another thing to it. Um, but what it did, at least just from my perspective, it's like when I write lyrics, it's like, okay, there's all these words just floating around, right? Even if I like trying to come up with something like anything related to what I'm talking about, I just write down the word or
Mhm.
write it down on a piece of paper, and it's just a jumble of words, and it just becomes a jigsaw puzzle after that. So I have to put this word goes over here. This will fit better over here. This will end this phrase better than this one. This rhymes with this one. I'm gonna move it, and I just kind of move stuff around like that. So I don't know if other people write like that or anything like that either, but Chat GPT definitely helps me to like take that whole mass of words and just kind of like
Mhm.
bring it smaller, bring words closer together that rhyme to each other, bring phrases that fit better with each other. Um, and so I did that like literally the other day for this new song, three verses and a chorus. Um, and Chat GPT just brought in all of these words that I thought of, words that I didn't think of, just placements, syllables, and I just
Mhm.
took pieces, added my own thing, and it was just easier to connect. It was like building something with Legos or something like that. That's what it
Right,
felt like.
right.
Um, and like about an hour, I got the verse, the chorus. I got two verses, a chorus, and I just need to finish the third verse.
Yeah.
But it definitely sped up the process for sure.
Mhm.
Um, so I said that to say, like, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people I've heard are like, "Oh, this is the end. AI is taking over. We're all going to lose our jobs." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, you don't have to be on this planet very long to know that progress wins.
Yes, that is
So,
true.
like, if you're gonna keep trying to hold on to the old way of doing things, like, you're gonna get left behind.
Mhm.
Like, absolutely. Um,
100%, hundred
for
percent.
like every industry, and especially in like the music industry. So it's just like it's not about us. It's not us against the technology. It's like, okay, who can find out the quickest way for us to like work together, and so that's the way to where I'm like, the technology isn't winning, I'm not winning, we're working together to like make something easier, for mankind. So
Exactly.
that's just the future, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was going to end it by saying, it's the future. And speaking of music specifically, Chat GPT, AI, all this stuff, there's a big announcement that came down about how Chat GPT is going to change the way, not Chat GPT, but AI just in general is going to change the way, it's going to change the way we make music, and it's going to change who the music makers are.
Mhm.
So, guys, stick around for that though. In the next episode, Remember that this is the Life's a Circus podcast. We talk about things that are funny, interesting, ridiculous. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share this video with somebody who needs to get into the future. Because things are changing, man. They're changing.
They're just afraid that they're going to get the jobs took, man.
I think. Should I?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna take their job. They're gonna take their.